Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. It's just gone 6:30 in the morning and you join me in the Ardennes region of Belgium, where Ben and I camped last night after having a pizza in a very nice little establishment just beyond the campsite over there. Leaves all over the floor. 2 weeks ago when I was here last, that wasn't the case. Autumn is setting in already. Here's the camp. Complete disarray at the moment. Ben disappeared for a run at about 6:30 this morning. I decided I wouldn't. I thought I'd stay here and gradually break down camp. Obviously otherwise I'd have been like an Ironman kind of ultra runner as well. I would have joined him, but no, I thought I would deal with some of this, and then today's plan is to jump on our bikes, disregard any suggestion of a motorway setting at all on the sat-navs, and make our way to Baden-Baden in Germany, in the Black Forest Natural Park, where we're going to do a bit of exploring. But today the first thing is going to be finding ourselves some breakfast, and then it's going to be riding through the rest of the Ardennes region into Luxembourg and through down into Germany. The roads are going to be twisty, smooth and fun. You lot are invited. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just one thing to say. Let's have it! Well folks, we have packed away. The sun is out, it's looking lovely now. We have our day's riding ahead of us planned. It looks like we're actually staying in France tonight, right on the border next to Germany. We've got an Airbnb so we can get ourselves a bit organised, which is cool. It says 6 hours 4 minutes riding, and that's without any motorway selected, so we're going for a nice leisurely ride today through some beautiful scenery, some fantastic roads. We're going to stop, get coffee and stuff along the way. Our very first stop right now is going to be breakfast. Now if we just go right on the main road, the other side of that river, which I'm hopefully not going to ride into, about to ride into the river, which hopefully I'm not about to ride into. We noticed on the way in there was a whole bunch of bikes parked outside a cafe, and they do breakfast, we think, this cafe. So that is our plan. If not, we'll find something on the road. This is very loose, this gravel. Not great to ride on. And we're going to be squeezing through the gap on through the entrance, because the number plate recognition thing, you know, we would have to reverse the bikes out to get the barrier to go up, which wouldn't be great. What a beautiful morning. So today is getting to the Black Forest, or very close to the Black Forest. Didn't realise we were actually staying in France tonight. And then tomorrow is going to be exploring the Black Forest and all of its beauty. And tomorrow the forecast is 30 degrees and wall-to-wall sunshine. So that will be very, very nice, but it will be quite a hot and demanding day's riding tomorrow. And then we don't know what we're going to do after that. We're going to work it out. We may go to Austria, we may go to Switzerland, we may stay in the Black Forest. Don't know. We will work it out. Yes, it was a bit odd coming back to somewhere I was at only a couple of weeks ago, albeit by myself. And what was interesting was it was a completely different experience doing it with my son, as opposed to just camping by myself and getting on with my work and etc. And we rode in from a different direction, so that was all cool, and yeah, it was nice. And we are hoping breakfast is just 2 minutes in this direction. So sat-nav's not happy now because we're going the wrong way, but it doesn't matter, we're on a mission. Beautiful, beautiful part of the world. And that was home for the night, just there. This is the road that was noisy for a while, but not too bad. A bit further than I remembered. But nice to see this road from this direction. It's probably all shut up. Looks a bit that way. Maybe not, maybe not. Could be in luck. Spend parking in the restaurant. Looks open. We are sorted. Breakfast has arrived. Ahead of what should be a really, really good day's riding. So, cheers. Perfect. Perfect. We are sorted. And that was a really relaxed breakfast, certainly by my standards. We sat, we nattered, and how lovely that was, just to take a moment to enjoy where we are and the company. And what a nice place to be.
How's where you going?
Is it?
Pretty much.
Wow. Wow.
Decent.
There's a man who's not filming for YouTube. Look at that. Disgusting. There's a man who spent ages cleaning his screen for you lot this morning. Right, we're going to go and ride some beautiful roads. So 6 hours 11 minutes, 223 miles. That'll make for a good day's riding with a few breaks, and hopefully through some absolutely stunning scenery. As we make our way to the Black Forest, and as I mentioned a bit ago, we're staying near Baden-Baden, and we're actually Airbnb-ing just across the border in France tonight, but we're about 10 minutes from Baden-Baden, where we'll probably get something to eat this evening. And then tomorrow, in 30 degrees heat and glorious sunshine, hopefully, we will nice Triumph, we will explore the Black Forest, which has been a year coming. How quickly things went wrong before, and it could have been so different. But you learn lessons, don't you, as you go along, and now the bikes are always locked up, even if we leave them just for a moment. It's just the only way to do it, and I've always got this rucksack, this backpack on my back now, so that I can decant all the tech gear I have with me all the time for running the channel, and not leave it on the bike should the bike get nicked or stuff get nicked from the bike. I keep saying it, but yes, this is a really beautiful part of the world. They know how to do a good valley here. I also like seeing all the little scooters, the mopeds, people just using them for everyday transport, which I think is far more common on the continent than it is in the UK. I was about to say maybe it's because the climate's better, but I mean the climate here in Belgium is pretty much the same as we've got back home if you are from the UK like I am. But it's definitely a more two-wheeled culture, I think. And I think even in the UK it's changed over the last 30, 40, 50 years, because when I was a lad I was absolutely desperate to get on a bike. I had pictures of bikes, posters of bikes up on my wall in my bedroom. I lusted after an RD 350 LC. Really did. And I don't know, perhaps I'm wrong and you'll correct me in the comments, but I don't think the kids of today are quite so desperate to get on bikes like they were. And they are missing out. Because there is a sheer joy to riding. Welcome to Luxembourg. I was in this beautiful country just a couple of weeks ago. I'm very happy to be back. We're going to stop shortly. We just had a quick chat at some traffic lights and we're going to stop shortly and have the drink and the snack that we purchased earlier when Ben got some fuel. Just need to find somewhere nice to park up. Stretch your legs. Ben's a bit uncomfortable on the bike. I'll be ready to stop and stretch my legs too. It's been a very pleasant morning's riding so far though. It's a nice 22 degrees, the sun's obviously shining, the sky's blue. It's perfect really. Probably a whole lot more perfect than tomorrow will be if it is actually 30 degrees like the forecast says. Because that'll just be hot and sweaty as we're going around. Look at those beautiful flowers. Yes. Well, welcome to Luxembourg. Is this your first time? Yeah, cool. And then first time in Germany when we get there tomorrow or later today? All good. Well, that's as good a shout as any, I would say. Park up here, stretch our legs for a bit. Sounds like a plan. I forgot to stick this stuff on this morning. I will pay for it again with a completely raw, painful, peeling nose if I'm not careful. So I'll do it now. Just comes through the visor and completely tip of my nose, across the bridge of my nose, just gets me. And with the winds, I don't notice it burning, and then there's probably a degree of wind burn as well. Nice roads. Well, that was good to stretch the legs and have a snack. We've decided another couple of hours and then we will stop for a spot of lunch. I will lead for a bit, just check that the CarpuRide's going to sync up with the phone. I didn't want to a little while ago earlier, but it's very unusual for it not to work. There we go, straight on. All good. This presumably perhaps was the road once, I don't know, and then that
very incredibly smooth. Nice ones replaced it, I don't know. Even the lay-bys are in better condition than our main roads back in back in England and the UK. So I was here just a couple of weeks ago, walking around that park, and beautiful it was. That's a good way to hide a tower, or whether it's a telecom tower or something, I don't know, but it's completely shrouded in greenery. That's fantastic, making it blend in with nature a bit. Now, escaping the clutches of the city, out the opposite direction to the last time I was here, and south towards Germany. Right, do the ongoing Two-Wheel Dreamer tarmac report, country by country. My first impression of Germany's tarmac, I don't think I've ridden a motorcycle in Germany until this very moment, or maybe even driven a car. Oh well, I have driven a car, definitely, having played gigs in Germany. The tarmac is good. This is smooth, I like it. And it's beautiful, beautiful open countryside at the moment. It really is lovely. Always helps when the sun's shining. Yeah, so although we've now passed into Germany, which is obviously the destination country for this tour, doing the Black Forest, it looks like, according to the Airbnb, that we are actually staying in France tonight. We'll be crossing back out of Germany, over the border into France, but only just by like a mile or two, I believe. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, we country hop. That's what we do. Country hop and just flip from one to another. Soaking it all up and having a good time. Wow, beautiful road winding through beautiful forest. It is in fact forest through as far as the eye can see. Whether it is black or not, I couldn't possibly tell you. Don't think it is yet. I think we're just in some very wooded, hilly territory, but it's a good teaser of what's to come. It's a pity I'm stuck behind this little truck, but the opportunity to overtake hasn't presented itself yet. But the countryside is absolutely spectacular that we're passing through. The little towns, villages that we've passed through so far have looked beautiful. Mettlach. They're all very picturesque, very Germanic. I'm not quite sure what Germanic is when it comes to a little town, but they look it to me. And again, like Belgium and Luxembourg, everywhere is very well kept. It's not unkempt, it's kempt. Ben and I were discussing it when we were having our little snack a while back, and we're just saying it's kind of like there's pride in where people are living, pride in their surroundings. I know that it's not the same everywhere in a country, and we're only getting a taste of what we're seeing. That's good. Goodbye. Thank you. And there were a few days last week where I was camping, not on a bike, I was camping with Mira in Hereford and around the border counties right near Wales, and some of the villages there were absolutely stunning, just stunning, you know, Tudor houses, timber framed, village greens, ponds, rivers with little bridges. It was beautiful. So obviously everywhere changes, because there are also some rough areas in the UK, there'll be rough areas in Germany. I'm just rambling now, but you know what I mean. It just seems to be that all the places that we just randomly go on these little tours are through pretty nice places, and I don't have only take me to nice places selected on the sat nav. Well, look at that, that's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So pretty. Right, that shows promise. The bike wants me to fuel up just as we're getting away from the built up areas. Very nice. Keep passing through these towns with no fuel stations. Now it's telling me I need a service. So it's telling me I'm going to run out of fuel and telling me I need a service as well. But I knew a service was coming, and that would be on account of all the miles I keep doing. Doesn't seem like 5 minutes ago I had the big service done, but obviously that was 6,000 kilometers ago, miles ago, I guess. Massive town ahead of us. There must surely be fuel there. One kilometre and I can get some fuel. 300 metres. There we go, indicators on. This is where we find the fuel stations shut for refurbishment or something. I think it's time for a coffee, to be honest. That would do very nicely. Let's fill up. I'm down to about 15 miles, so that's pretty good timing. Well, that's good to be putting some petrol in the tank. It's ridiculous having such a massive tank, you know, 600 kilometres, to then be down to, I don't know what it was, 30 kilometres or something, which I don't know what that is, 18 miles maybe? I don't know. Anyway, all's well that ended well, and an intercom in the future would probably be a good idea. We're going to get ourselves a coffee, look at the route again, because if we've ended up on motorways when we didn't need to be, we don't want to miss some spectacular roads coming into the Black Forest. Although we are back in France now, to be fair. Yeah, working it out as we go along. But next thing is coffee. So it's a little bit bizarre. We've ended up on the motorway, Péage, with we've just checked. We're not selected for motorway, so we don't understand that. Ben's had a look on his phone, which we're both on Apple Maps. This is really odd. We're both on Apple Maps, and it's presenting us with different routes now. So we're going to go with Ben's phone, because there is a route using a D road that will take us to where we're going tonight. which is going to be far more interesting. It adds 40 minutes to it, but so be it. And it just means we'll probably go to the next junction on this péage and probably pay €1 or two, and then we'll be done. And then we'll get there. But it's worked out okay, because I've now got fuel, you've got fuel, you've got protein bar, human fuel, yes, and I've got a coffee, which is my fuel. So all's well that ends well so far. This is the kind of road we're after. Another beautiful little village, and a very nice Mustang. Look at that, awesome. I thought they were crossing. Absolutely enchanting. Wow, what a quintessentially French little town. Love it. It's been a good day for seeing different sights and tasting different countries. The cultures, well, maybe not the cultures, I don't know, the scenery anyway. We started the day in Luxembourg. We went through the middle of the day in Germany, and now we're in France, so 3 countries in a day. Looks like my Apple Maps is finally happy and wants to do the same as Ben's. Hopefully in this sleepy looking little village there is somewhere for us to come and grab a bite to eat. We have arrived. Right, we are going to go and find ourselves something to eat, hopefully, even though Ben just Googled the stuff in the village and it all says it's shut, although the woman who let us in reckons we would be successful. We will find out. That is a really, really nice Airbnb for 50 quid, which, as Ben just pointed out, I said to him, you know, when it's as nice as that, it makes me think that I'd rather do that than camp. Unlike that last one, the last Airbnb I did on the last tour, where it felt horrible. It felt like I was in a prison cell and I just wanted to be in my tent. And he said, well, I should make the most of it, because usually I'm by myself and that would have cost me 50 quid, which sounds expensive for the night, but actually it's really well appointed. Nice bathroom, bedrooms. I'll show you before the video's over. In fact, I'll probably show you about now. Right, I'll just show you around the apartment. So stairs in, we're upstairs. We've got toilet, bathroom, all very nice. In here is the bedroom, and there's Ben, very nice indeed. We've got a double bed here. Ben's got to turn around really quickly as I come round this way. Another double bed, there he is. That's livened up the video no end. And then living space, dining area, kitchen,
not bad at all. There's a sort of a breakfast laid on, sort of croissant, stuff like that. There's tea making facilities, so it's 25 quid when there's two of us, so it's a no-brainer. And there's aircon. And given that it's going to be 30 degrees, that's going to work quite nicely. But anyway, first thing to do is try and find some food. If we can't, we're going to be heating up some ready meal pouches in the room, or in the back garden probably, because it's too nice to be in the room. And I think I've got about 8 of them with me, so even Ben's appetite can be sated. So, improvised dining. There we go, two seats. Dinner is on. And where are we? There we are. It has been a good day's riding. How long was it? About 10 hours? 10 hours. So we've made a decision that tomorrow, even if we could do everything we needed to do sort of super quickly in a 10-hour day, we're not going to do a 10-hour day tomorrow. We're going to go into Baden-Baden, have a nice relaxed, hopefully cooked breakfast tomorrow, and then the plan is to do the B500, whatever else, but take our time, have a nice relaxed lunch, evening meal. We may even come back here. I don't know, we're 25 minutes from Baden-Baden at the moment, or there may be somewhere better actually in the Black Forest National Park, and maybe make 2 days of it. I don't know, we'll see. There may be people there sat at home now going, well, you could make a whole week of it, in which case we'll see what we do. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode even half as much as I enjoyed it. I think you enjoyed it as well, didn't you, Ben?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, some nice roads, bit hot, bit achy at times, but some nice roads. So if you did like it, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one, which will be in a few days time for you and tomorrow morning for us. See ya.